Hi guys, so I have a question here. I have a serious question. What really comes to your mind when you see this logo for Lenovo ThinkPad? What comes to your mind? Forget about this first, yeah? What really comes to your mind? So you see, in front of me here, I have 3 laptops, yeah? So I've just arranged them in a manner that the first one is my first laptop and it has been my work laptop for the longest time possible. So this is Lenovo ThinkPad T480 and I've been using it since the beginning of this YouTube channel, early the beginning of this year. All those videos we've been watching, all the stuff that have been happening in this channel, they've really been going through this Lenovo ThinkPad T480. But along the way, I found out that it was not that efficient as I wanted, yeah, because there's some features in here that I like, but again there's some features that I didn't like that I have here. So that's why I had to get this Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3. So with this gaming laptop, somehow it's bulky, we have a big screen, 15.6-inch screen, but it had things that I needed, like graphic card for rendering, and again I could use it for gaming when I'm just, they say work without play makes Tom a dull boy, so I had to get myself something that can make me relax a bit. But again, with time I realized that I couldn't carry this laptop with me everywhere I go. That's why I had to acquire this. See the logo here? Again, what comes to your mind when you see this logo? What really comes to your mind when you see the Apple logo? So I had to get myself the MacBook. You can guess which MacBook this is. Yeah. First and foremost, I can give you hints. You can see it has the midnight color. We call it the midnight color, so you can guess from which generation it is, and it's one of the MacBooks that come with the M chips, yeah. So maybe I can give you a second to guess, or as I try to make your guess right which MacBook this is. For those who are new to this account, please ensure that leave a like, and also at the end of the video, if you found this video so useful, at the end of it, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment that's so useful, yeah. So much has been said. So this is the MacBook M3. I have it with me here and I'm so proud to have it because it has taken me almost we are now in October, so that is 10 months to get it. And you remember, this is a laptop that it's around 7 months in the market, yet I have it. For a small channel like this, having this MacBook, it's a great masterpiece. And let me not show it with praise yet, because just from the looks and from everything, I think it's a great upgrade from these 3 that I have. But still there's one weakness, yeah. Despite me having it here, there are some things that I just have to go back to these other laptops to do them, yeah. Because remember, we are using I'm now migrating to a different operating system. Here I had the Windows operating system, and now I'm coming to the Mac OS operating system. So it's going to be so hectic, and I don't know if I'll survive it, but I'm just hopeful because I can't spend all that money here and then I end up not using this laptop. So just before I get into it, now what made me to decide now to upgrade to the MacBook? So you see, as I said earlier, this is the Lenovo ThinkPad T480 right here, and then this is the Lenovo Ideapad Gaming 3 right there. Then now this is the latest MacBook Air in the market. It's a 15-inch, then we have 15.6-inch, then we have 14-inch right here. So despite this Lenovo T480 being the oldest and being the cheapest among these 3 laptops, what I really liked about it is the screen resolution here. You see, if you're using a laptop and then it's a laptop that has good screen resolution, you see the colors are just straight to the point where you want them, the brightness levels, the black and the red colors, the distinctions just as clear. Then you just have to get, you'll have to love the Lenovo ThinkPad T480 because it has a screen resolution of 2K. The brightest levels are about 350 nits, which is so okay. And then when I upgrade to this one, the gaming one, now I was disadvantaged with the screen resolution, despite it having a refresh rate of around 120 Hz, but it had a lower screen resolution of 1080p, which is not that good with me. And then for MacBook, even as we look closer to the screen, yeah, let me just turn the screen on. See, from the screen, this is something that really stands out. Yeah, the moment you just lift the lid up like this, what catches your eyes most is the screen. Just have a look at the bezel, the slimness of the screen. Yeah, have a look at the design, how the screen is designed, and then have a look at the brightness level of the screen. Yeah, and just from a far look or even a wider look, you can just tell like the screen on this MacBook is so amazing. Yeah, so that's why I had to upgrade to this one. So now again, there's something to do with the speakers of these three laptops. You see, with the Lenovo ThinkPad T480, the speakers are not that great. In fact, it has only two speakers that are so average. So when you're editing videos, then you won't enjoy them. So with the gaming laptop again, the speakers are a bit higher notch compared to the T480. But now, I wasn't so satisfied with the speakers here. That's why I had to get myself this most, I don't know how to say it, but this is a laptop that everywhere you go, everywhere you browse, it's just being talked about everywhere. You might even think it's politics, but it's tech. Yeah. So I realized with the speakers on this MacBook, it comes with around, it has 6 speakers. Yeah, you have 4 bass speakers and 2 tweeters just to balance the sound. So when you're editing, when you're listening to music, you actually don't need a microphone for this machine. Yeah, so the sound quality for the MacBook is just top notch. Yeah, it's way above this gaming laptop, yet the gaming laptop should actually have good speakers because it has a bigger body size. So fixing in speakers of high quality, expected them to be so much top notch, but that was not the case. And this MacBook is so slim as compared to this. See the gaming laptop, can't even see the slimness. Yeah, it's so slim, but it's so funny that the MacBook M3, the speakers are just to another level. Yeah, the Dolby Atmos, the surround, and everything is just to another class. So you see, actually I'm sharing the MacBook with so many praise, but again, why am I still going back to using this, yet I have this MacBook? Actually, I have it for the last, it's around 3 days. Yeah, I've not stayed with it for the longest time, but I'm still going back to these 2 laptops. Yeah, so something that I've failed to adapt with is on the MacBook. You see, we have this large trackpad. This trackpad is so big compared to the trackpad that we have on these 2 other Lenovo laptops. Yeah, see, it's so small. So I'm used to fixing my hands to this small trackpad, but here I have a bigger trackpad. Yeah, the trackpad is so big to a point that and then it's almost taking almost half of the laptop size. Yeah, and then the keyboard, we have this big space. I don't know why they decided to leave this space in between the keyboard and the edge of the laptop as compared to the ones that we have on the Lenovo and here. So it's something that I'm trying to adapt with, but I don't know. Again, now the keyboards, you know, it's something that for the longest time in our lives, I've been a Windows or these laptops user, especially Lenovo ThinkPad user for the longest time, and you know very well that Lenovo has the best ThinkPad, that's the best keyboard, sorry, in the market. They have the best keyboard, but the greatest rivals is the MacBook in terms of keyboard. And this being my first MacBook, I've come to just have that opportunity to maybe test them and get to see which keyboard is better than the other. And I can confirm to you that from intensive, like just giving myself 2 hours on here and 2 hours here typing, I can really tell you that I know what you're expecting me to say, but I've realized that the keyboard on this Lenovo ThinkPad T480 is just on another level. Actually, just have a look at the travel distance of the keyboard, yeah? And then the feel, even when you type on the keyboard, on the keys, it's just to another level as compared to this MacBook. I know they tried to adjust the keyboard, but still I'm not yet satisfied with it compared to the one that we have on the Lenovo T480. I know you might have your own reservations, but just bear with me. For those who have Lenovo ThinkPads, you can attest to that, we have the best keyboard right here as compared to these. And actually remember, these two laptops, the T480 and the MacBook M3, they're around 6 years apart, almost 7 years apart, but still we have the best keyboard right here. So much of praise for this Lenovo ThinkPad T480, and that's why I normally use it and for most of my typing, yeah. But I know with time maybe I'll switch on to these, yeah. And again, now on the batteries, you know, for gaming laptops the battery doesn't last so long, so I can't carry it along with me going to some other places. So I'll need to render, then maybe I'll be disappointed with the battery, because for outdoor work I want to be able to work efficiently with the gaming laptop. That's why I had to stick around with these two. So for the Lenovo ThinkPad T480, the battery was so good, it lasted around 8 hours when I normally use it. But with the MacBook now, I don't know, maybe it's because it's new, but I've been able to work with it for almost a full day. That's almost 18 hours of just work, doing work, editing videos and other stuffs on this MacBook. So I think in terms of battery, it's just way much ahead of the pack. So I give it to it in terms of battery. So now finally, so much has been said about these three laptops. I've said so many things. Remember, this gaming laptop, it has a graphic card of RTX 3050 of 4GB, and then we have a Core i7 of 16GB. Similar to here, I had this Lenovo of T480. It was Core i5, 16GB of RAM, again 512GB SSD. Yeah, so that's why I had to get MacBook Air, just customize, because I know most of you've seen MacBooks that are the MacBook M1, M2 that are around. Most of them have 8GB of RAM. I know that has been a complaint for most of you. That's why I had to get myself one with 16GB of RAM and 512GB SSD, so that I don't get disappointed while doing heavy tasks like rendering and the other stuffs. So just to match the performance, I had to get something of similar quality. And because I've not used it for a long time, I can't say so much about the performance of it. That's something I'll tell you later, maybe after having my hands on this MacBook M3 for even at least 2 weeks. Then I'll give you an honest feedback. Yeah. Then just before I finish this video, there's something I really liked about this MacBook M3 for the last 3 days that I've used it. Yeah, you see how slim it is, and this machine is so slim yet very, very powerful. And it amazes me that just by the looks, it's so silent even when doing heavy tasks. Yeah, and that is something that I didn't like about these two laptops, because I realized when I'm using them in a place that is so quiet, they become too noisy. I can hear the fans spinning so loudly. Actually, when rendering, or when I've opened so many tabs, I get to hear the fan, just the noise, and it's so distractive at times. Yeah, so that's why I really loved this MacBook. Now, I've said so many praise about this MacBook, but I want this video to be so helpful to those who are going to watch this video, because now I know some of you at some point will be navigating from Windows user to now becoming a macOS user. And for macOS user, you realize that the keyboard is completely different. The keyboard, even the labeling of the keyboard is completely different from the labeling on the Windows laptop. Yeah, you see here we have the Windows logo, but instead here we have option. We have command, instead here we have alternate. We have control, the same. Okay, there we have control. Here we have FN keys, but you don't see them here on the Mac. Yeah, so actually I can see we have FN key there, sorry. So there are some functions on the keyboard that you can see on the Mac that are not here on the Windows. So if that person like me who is going to change from Windows user to now becoming a Mac user, then you're going to find it so challenging, because for the last 3 days I've really struggled just doing the basic operations on this MacBook. For example, I want you on the comment section just to maybe advise us or give us the shortest possible or some even shortcuts of getting to use a MacBook, just to navigate through the MacBook efficiently. For example, if I want to maybe copy and paste, how do I do that? If I want to delete something, it's just becoming so hectic. Yeah, deleting is so hectic. Copy pasting is hectic, and maybe if you want to navigate to system properties, things are so hidden. Yeah, so those are things that maybe in the comment section, if you've been a Mac user for the longest time, give us those ideas in the comment section so that we know how to, you'll find it easy to use a Mac. Yeah, especially these latest models and even navigating through the latest operating system of the MacBooks. So kindly help us there. And then this trackpad, it's also an issue because for the Windows laptop, for the trackpad, you normally just right click and then you get to see what you want to do on the screen. Maybe let's say on the desktop you can right click, get to see the system properties and the rest, but here you can't right click on the desktop. So how do you go about that? It's becoming so hectic. Then finally, having the latest MacBook in the market doesn't mean that whenever I want a software maybe to use on the Mac, I'll have to pay for it, because some of them are expensive. So if you're a Mac user and you've been using your Mac maybe to edit movies, to edit editing softwares, those so crucial softwares for Mac, the ones that maybe we can't afford, give us the links to where we can get those Macs. Or even if you don't give us the link, just give us the name to the website so that we can get to help ourselves. And it's so unfortunate that we come to the end of this video, and if still you hadn't maybe really answered the question, what comes to your mind when you see the MacBook logo, or what comes to your mind when you see the Lenovo ThinkPad logo? What really comes to your mind? Let me know in the comment section what you think about these two laptops, and what do you think about a person, maybe for example a user like me, navigating or transforming from being a Windows user to a Mac user. What would you like to tell me? Is the future bright or is the future dull? Should I go back here, get the latest laptops in the market from Windows, or I stick to the M3? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for sticking around to this part of the video. And if you really like this video, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe as usual, and don't forget to leave a comment. See you on the next one. Bye bye.